Hey guys, it's Rockums and boy do I have one for you today. A double exploit in one video. Now, some of you may have heard of one of these, but the other one, I bet it's brand new to you. One of them's not going to be used once season release, but the other method will definitely be in the game. It has been in since release, it's just not spoke about. Now, for those who have seen our level 25 clear of Cathedral Light, you'll have seen this in action, and if you haven't, I'll leave a link in the description. Now, the exploits. Firstly, we're going to discuss something that some people have known was broken in the most recent patch, but haven't been using it to its full potential. So prior to the patch, if you applied an aspect to your armour, or your weapons, say for example you wanted to apply or one from your level 85 character, you extracted the imprint and extracted the aspect and then imprinted it onto your character, it would set the level of the item to whatever level it was originally extracted from. And that's still how it's going to work. But the codex of power has changed. So prior, if you had a level 100 character, and you then used the codex of power to imprint an item, so we're going to use this helm as the example, it would have then set, and you did this on level 100, it would set the level of this item to level 100. Well, now it no longer does. So as you can see, we've used the level 100 character to imprint a max 8954 or barrier to the helm, and that means it's still going to require level 18, which it required at the start. So all we did is we took a level 18 item, sent it to our main character, got him to imprint it, and then sent it back. Now, this here is nowhere near the most important part, because barriers, honestly, it's just a start. Barrier isn't amazing because it would only ever cap at your max health anyway. However, it can do things like this, and this works for every other class other than the Sorcerer. So first and foremost, let's take the gloves. We've put on enemies damaged by kick or charge with explode if killed, doing 12,000 damage. And this doesn't scale down. So that means at level 1, 2, 3, the earliest level you have a yellow, you can then do 12,000 damage burst. And it gets even better. This amulet will carry you to level 70 or 80. When you have berserking, you gain 9,000 thorns. And that's not just a small increase, that's absolutely massive. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, why didn't we put them on the weapons? Well, that's because to be able to imprint a weapon, you've got to be able to use the weapon. Now, another thing to go through is the likes of leg plates. This works with defensives as well. So Leap creates an earthquake that deals 7,000 damage over 4 seconds. And then we get a damage reduction whilst we're in the earthquake, but that doesn't make a difference. That just means we can leap. We can utilise the kick or ground stomp to reset leap cooldowns, and we can leap, kick, leap, kick, leap, kick, making the earthquakes, and the leap procs off the, and then the kicks proc off the 12,000 bursts. It's absolutely insane. And do you want to know what the worst part is, guys? This isn't even where most of the damage came from. That's exploit 2, so wait and see. The final one I'm going to go through is another one where you can put on chest. Each point of fury generated whilst at maximum gives you 36 fury, and it gives you 36 fortify. We only have 600 health, meaning for every 15 fury we generate, we will overcap our fortify, keeping ourselves very tanky. Now, I know all you have to do is send a low item level to your main, use a codex of power to imprint the item, and you'll be a lot stronger. That there's some people already knew. And just before we get to part 2, I'm going to advise I've been a bit quiet recently, and that's because we have been working on some big exploits for the release of Season 1, including I have just managed to perfect a 5 to 6 million gold an hour guide at level 1 without ever leaving town method for when season releases. So I advise you subscribe because I'll be releasing that closer to the time so they don't hotfix it. Now, for the second part, there's actually been a known fact by some of the higher rated players that has been abused but not discussed, and I am going to blow the door wide open. The fact is that damage to close enemies double dips. What does that mean? Well, that means on this mace here, I'm not getting 16.9% close damage. I'm getting 33.8%. Now, this actually only double dips from level 1 to 61, and after level 61, it drops from double dip to a 1.6 multiplier, so it's only a 60% increase from level 61 plus, but that does mean that is a massive increase that a lot of people are overlooking. Now, if you go and look at majority of the Uber Lilith kills, or if you go look at the people who are hitting for 4 million, you go look at Rob setups, you go look at some of the Nightmare Dungeon tier 100 clears, they are using damage to close enemies. Why? Because the scaling of it is absolutely ridiculous at the moment. We've done all of our calculations, we did it on stream a couple of days ago, and it works out to be ridiculous. Now, as you can see, we rolled damage to close on weapon, 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 and one of the rings. We didn't get it on the second ring, but we did actually have a replacement ring that we had close onto, but we just didn't hit 26 to be able to swap it over. Now, that is how we're doing the damage. Yes, these are nice. But you know what, by the time you hit level 50, 60, majority of them will start to fade off a little bit. And the only one that's really going to keep pushing through is likes of your imprint for berserking. But I mean, they are and still a nice upgrade because it's still going to be double the amount that you would normally do compared to, say, a level 50 imprint. However, when it comes down to the fact of the close damage that there has been in the game since release, it's been overlooked. You need to use it. It also means that daggers for things like Sorcerer's one-hander, if you don't need the lucky hit, may definitely be more useful to use. But anyway, guys, I hope it helped. We'll be live tonight in 2 hours on twitch.tv/RoyalCubsTV. So any questions, hit us up on stream. And until next time, Cubs, you know it. Peace.